morning. I had a call. However, also, also, I wasn't, I wasn't feeling bad. I guess I wasn't in too much pain. I guess it was just stagnant energy that I had, and you can tell by my voice that still a little tired, I guess, but I slept well. I actually rested, man. I really rested. My brain, let me say, my brain finally rested and getting to know me and my actual plot thickens. I'm set to do more on YouTube this week. I tend to forget when I am out in the community. This is our last week feeding the children. And I want to give a shout out to all of you G's and A1s from day ones and my new help, my new kick-ass winning friends and partners and business associates and colleagues. It's been a ride since February. I want to say thank you to Hopeful Bags, who helped me do a remarkable rendition of Breakfast with Santa. We've never did it outside of Destiny's Place, but this was magical. It was amazing. And Santa Claus even bought me a gift, Mrs. Claus. And my childhood Christmases was not the most memorable. However, Santa knew nothing about that because I never mentioned it. And I've always made sure that my children had a great experience because that's what childhood should be. It should be very much imaginative. It should be very much colorful. It should be very protective and safe. It should be just, simplified fun childhoods. And I'm very proud to say that even as a single mother, I have amazing dads of my kids, very influential in their community. They were very influential to me at one part of my life. I am the woman I am because of the strong men that I have children by. They are powerful men in their community. They are powerful men in their business. So I say that to say, imagine me being around a lot of powerful people and able to get with it and add on to this powerful woman that I am trying to be. And what I mean by that is um, because of the car accident, um, my life was altered. 20 years. My baby turned 20. The one that I was carrying, she turned 20 on Saturday. On Friday, I'm sorry. But however, it was, I guess maybe that is what it is. It was a melancholy type of weekend for me because I'm so blessed to be walking. I'm so blessed to be able to dance. I'm so blessed to be able to give back. I'm so blessed to be able to do do whatever I want to do. I'm so blessed to have lost 50 pounds, maybe 55 pounds since December. Off the steroids for my spine and my knees, but being a professional dancer and jumping around on stage in 6-inch heels, ladies, you pay for that shit when you get older. You pay for it. On top of that, I still play. I still ride horses. I still swim. Everything I do very well. Everything. I won't do it if I can't give it 100%. There's a lot of things that I cannot do, but that's because it has no interest to me. So, this content creating thing, I want to say that there is levels to what I feel like my addition, my voice, my me being the woman that I am and aspiring to be in public. This part, when I was a dancer, I was well known. I was head of my shit. I don't stop. I won't stop. She can't stop. But yes, as a performer, I trained hard. I played hard. I lived well. You know, took care of my son. He was the star of my life. You know. Um, so the reason why I'm saying that is that there is different platforms, and being the target of cyberbullying, cyber hacking, all this bullshit, whether it be targeted by the feds because they wanted to see if I'm actually doing my work as a nonprofit CEO leader. It's okay. It's okay. But I don't like the unknown. I don't like the bullshit. I don't. I don't take that well. I would have a better time at knowing that the world is watching me, because it's unbelievable that I could actually do the things that I do for others and not drive, not have this, not have that. That's not my issue right now. That ain't got shit to do with what I do. I have connections, I have vision, and I have a spiritual drive to get it motherfucking done. And if I set my eyes on something and my heart is aligned with it, oh my God. And if God has put this on my head, it has to be. You understand me? If I don't make it be, God will not allow me to sleep until it bees. You understand me? So I have had to sound the alarm because and I don't trust the process. However, I feel like right now I have no choice but to show my face, show my life, show the bullshit that's behind the closed doors, because I should not have to give my clients the bare minimum. Whether it comes out like they're eating at a five-star restaurant or not, but that's because I'm a gourmet chef. That's because I'm a mom. I feed them exactly what I feed my children and my little gum-gums, and feed anybody that I know. I feed them the same way I fed people at my restaurant. All the time. I have the war wounds, the burns to show it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody think about why I'm doing this. And I see that there is so many other nonprofits out here. That is so not the point. For people to develop 70, 80, 100 million nonprofits, we are so missing it. When all it has to do is see who is actually doing what we're doing, and they are aligning with our personality, they're aligning with our clientele, with our demographics, our geographics, and our mission statement. Because nonprofit paperwork is a headache. The taxes are probably the easiest thing of it all. Everything else is very expensive, um, especially with me, because I don't tend to follow directions. I don't. Because simply, and it's not being intentional, it's because I am busy in the mud, in the dirt, in the paint. I am a real live CEO. I want to, because this shit is so scary to me, I have to, but it's also very intriguing and exciting. It takes a lot to have me excited about something, but I wanted to make sure that I understood every aspect of my organization. That's from the constructions to the medical part to the paperwork, um, to, planning and zoning, to making sure I understand what all that means, to the incorporated part, to the amendment part, to the articles of incorporation. Before I signed, I was forced to repeat these things. I was forced to make sure to my attorneys and to my mentors that I understood exactly what I was signing. However, 15 years later, I think I signed these papers in 2011, my first set of papers of incorporation with the state of Georgia. And that was my first set. That was very real to me. As was my first business license, having my first restaurant. I've had three. And everything was very successful. However, I was a single mom, and that was my team. They were children, but however, I'm glad that I threw them in there with me, that they had to go with me because I wasn't allowing anybody to keep my kids besides their fathers or their grandparents. And that's a rule with my gum-gums too. Even with the residents, I don't allow anybody to be around the homeless women or the children either. I don't. Because I'm very, very compassionate about children. I'm very compassionate about my clients. That's the difference between me and a fucking fraud. That's the difference. So out of 14 years, I've never gotten paid, not one dime. Didn't even know until maybe 2022 that this hacking probably was due to the fact that I wasn't after money. Didn't know that there was money involved in this. And so guess what? These crooks, they took it upon themselves to be very elaborate and concoct a little session. And it's been a long time coming because now the cat is out the bag and the appropriate authorities know about this, right? So I'm going to get off of that subject and talk about my my different platforms. My Instagram, it's very blah because I'm just waiting on the chance that they hack that, and they're thinking they'll get all of my people and power pieces, and they will hack their lives and manipulate them, and they will scam them, thinking that it was me. Baby, when I dig and I do research, and I'm very smart, I find out. Plus, not just the educational part, the part that comes with Wikipedia, with the Safari, with YouTube. YouTube makes it visual, and I'm a visual verbal learner. So when I see it, I can't unsee it. And then when I read it, I can't unread it. So when I combine all of those things together, to be able to better understand what is actually going on, not just behind the scenes, but in this world, and then how it applies to me and mine. I have my fucking whole body on my life's work. And I have been doing this for the past 14 years. I have my whole body. About a month ago, I told someone my whole hands were on my paperwork and all my things. I'm going to hold everybody accountable just as if I was held accountable. And let me say something to these people that think it's very funny to go behind my back, to shoot one of my partnerships or whatever, a fucking email, and tell them about my past, what I do, you know what, I'm a grown ass woman. And I have already told the news, the national news. I've told CNN, my local news stations. And so I can do it again. There's nothing that you could tell. Yeah, you could have some newcomers shocked or whatever, but shame on them. Because I am who I say I am. I don't try to be anybody but myself. And it's very hard for me to consistently be her. Because she's a woman that is very strong. She's too strong most of the time. But I've had to be. You understand me? So my life is not for the fucking faint of heart. Let's get that once. Let's get that understood. It's not for the fucking faint of heart. That goes for my partnerships. That goes for my liaisons. That goes for my mentors. That goes for anybody. But guess what? It's not stopping people from wanting to surround me and support me. The only ones that could fall behind this shit is the ones that have something to hide. And let me tell you this. I don't want you to be around me anyway if you have anything to hide. If you're not comfortable being in your skin. Because I understand that everybody on my team is on blast being around me. And that's okay. Because you fucks want to go in people's phones, go in people's backgrounds, because you feel like, oh, well, if she finds out, she won't say anything because no, fuck that. It ain't no she won't, no, because she will. I could care less what you talking about me about. I really could. I ain't her. I am so not her. Sometimes I am very sensitive. Sometimes I'm very emotional. But I'm not whippish, nor am I a wuss. I ain't her. You know, and it's coming to see that it's just, I see the people so well that have done this. When I say I see, I haven't got to the actual face yet. But I see the makings of this, and it was men, little dorkish ass men, weak ass men that are mad because we ain't fucking. It was men that may have wanted to. Them days of forcing anything upon me is over. Holding anything over my head is over. Get you something else to do. Find you something to read. I see one in particular. And sir, I so want to fight you so bad. I so do. I really do. Hi, how are you? Because this is so ridiculous. And I don't think you knew how I fight back. I don't stop that either. So I guess we'll keep on passing licks. I guess we will until the best man wins. And I'm a woman. And I have so much to do, but I see that we can't get further if I don't handle your ass and everybody that's involved. Then there is a lady whom I was very fond of, who now I see that wanted to be me so bad. And she took so many chances. So everybody paying everybody because ain't nobody got no fucking class. Ain't nobody got no skills, no trades to do anything except sit around and wander in everybody's lives. And you know what? My visual is set on several content creators that are involved. Several in the tarot community that are involved. Several. And I'm going to tell you this. If your tarot channel and your spirituality channel, whatever, if it's somehow plugged into a transcript of someone being paid $100 for some Newports to say something about my life, oh my God, there's no use to stop now because you're going down. Keep channeling. Keep reading. Keep doing your shit. Because you're teaching the feds all about spirituality, all about culture, all about hacking and people scamming people because they have nowhere else to turn except their blind faith. I would say, when I say my version of blind faith, that means you want to turn to something when you're hurting, something that feels good, something that seems like it's on your side, something that seems like it knows you. And I see some scumbags that are siphoning all of this, all of these transcripts, because you ain't siphoning my energy. The only thing that siphons my energy is me. And if you're talking about my work, let me tell you something. I'm able to identify every fucking thing that has come out my mouth through these phones, everything that I see this fucking punk do. Well, I mean, he ain't did shit. He's promoted shit. He said that he was gonna do this and that, whatever, and has plenty of money. Where's that? Where is it? You can't go no further because now I'm on to your ass. So everything that comes through these phones and everything, I'm doing subliminals now because you taught me how. I'm shooting this shit. The only way you would know what I'm actually doing is when I'm outside. And you're following me in the buildings. My phone might say I'm right here, but I go out the back door and I'm somewhere else. What you gonna do then? I would advise everybody to get some lawyers and roll up their sleeves and get ready to fight. Because when it comes to my work, when it comes to my business, when it comes to betrayal and lies and selfishness and deceit and bullshit and greed and scamming, I don't fucking budge, nor do I agree. Am I perfect? Hell no. But I'm not a fucking fraud and I'm not a scammer. It's 60 million ways to get some fucking money. And this ain't the way that I chose to get money. This is something that I have to do. It's very hard work administratively what I'm doing now. You're switching my emails out. You have nobody has permission but one person to go on my emails. Not even my kids have that right now. You guys have done some very, 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 let's say, I can't say fancy. You guys did some very sloppy work. Why? Because you allowed me to know what you were doing. Me, at a bad point in my life the past 2 years, because I've seen so many people that I loved who depended on me. I depended on them, and what I mean by that is I thought we were cool. And I have it in for y'all ass. There's not a jealous fucking muscle in my fucking ass for me to be jealous of not one person. I still look good at 51. 5150 is what I'm serving you and counting. I still look very good. I don't see not one body on the on the set that compares with mine. Why? Because mine is still soft. Mine is still natural. Mine is mine. I was born with this. Is it perfect? It's perfect to me. It's perfect to the men that want it, that can't get it. And last but not least, when it comes to me begging, I don't beg nobody for anything. But as far as any man in my community, any youth in my community, meaning older youth, they're still mine. Anybody, let's just say anybody that has tapped on my door, has called me, has stopped, interrupted my life for me to tend to them and their problems, and I helped make it work. I helped fix it to where you weren't hungry, you weren't homeless, your kids weren't hungry, your kids weren't home. Or guess what? Maybe you didn't go to jail because of my signature. Or guess what? Maybe you got out of jail because of my signature. So now it's time to pay it back. If you don't know the meaning of paying it forward, I'm going to tell you to run it back. And that's what I do. When I'm in my community, that's what I do. I pull up. And if I say those kids' needs, guess what? Everybody go in their pocket. Or they go in their car. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you give. See, that's when you are really somebody that's respected in your community. When you can pull up and you change the whole narrative of someone's day because they haven't seen you in a long time. But people love seeing me get back up and get back to it. Yes, is it a headache for them? Hell yeah, because they know shit, I'm on the scene. And I'm going to pull up all the time. Whining about this, because nope, it's not a pretty sight what I do. And it's always some shit. Because why? We have an ugly ass world. And the community that I am over, and I will say that again, the community that I am over, that is my destination, my designated area. It's not a happy place. And it's like little India, little Africa, whatever. We've got there. We're there. And it's very hard work mentally to try to figure out how this shit works on the outside. Yes, my building is going to be very beautiful when it comes up. My home is going to be very beautiful when it comes up. So, I mean, the shit that I'm going through right now, it's all worth it. Because it allows me to get all this ugly shit out of me. It allows me to get everything that fucking ails me out the way. So that when I go into those glass rooms, I'm not living like a piece of glass. What you see is what is real. There's no rocks that can be thrown there, baby. I'm picking all those motherfuckers up. And I'm gonna grind them up into some kind of something to go on my landscape. This is real, what I'm doing. And it saves people's lives and it helps them. It's not for show, nor is it for sale. Y'all fought with the right one, I'm telling you. Y'all did. You go run tell everybody whatever you want to tell them. Tell them. Shit. Tell them to call me and I tell them. Tell them to meet me and I tell them. I ain't squeamish about shit. If I'm scared to do something, I won't fucking do it. See, that's the difference between you and I. I'm not hiding anywhere. I desire to do this and to get it finished. Because most of the times in my past, things were very overwhelming and I would just quit. I wouldn't give up, I would quit. Because if I didn't like the way something felt, I would quit it. Go do something else different, something else fabulous, something else that made me money. Everything I do makes me money. My designs, my food. Those are things I'm very proud of. Even when I was out there in the streets, even when I danced, I made money. I'd wait my fucking turn. I didn't ask for dances, Sir, would you like a dance? We no, I would wait till it was my turn on stage and I would turn that motherfucker out. Then the crowd would go, wow. Why? Because they were like, she was too pretty to dance like that. Wow. She actually performed. See, that's the difference between me and 100 other women. At that time, it was naked women. You got to be a bad motherfucking woman to be fully dressed, where there's 99 other women that are completely naked. And everybody is pointing or looking at you because of the way I smile, the way I walk, the way I laugh, how loud my squeal is. Everybody knows my voice when they hear it. I don't have enemies. Why? Because I don't fuck with busters. I don't fuck with suckers either. However, I give everybody a shot. And what I mean by that, to be themselves around me. To mind their business around me. I believe in common courtesy. I believe in respect. I believe in everybody minding their fucking business. And if we did those things, we'd be all right right now out here. This point in my life, I'm going as high as I can fucking go. And let me tell you something, sir. I know that you probably will be the first one. You might even have a way that you're listening now. I know that you'll be the first one that will go create a video with certain words out of my shit. And when that happens, I'm going to know it's you. Because I've given you several chances to reach out to me if there's something you want to talk about. If there's some work you want to do together, and you haven't took now time to show that, okay, that this is a collaboration that could actually bear fruit. And that's fine. We all have a choice. We all have an opinion. But see, you want to take your lame ass somewhere and get all dolled up, pumped up, and speak words of mine, verbatim, that you sometimes probably don't even know what the meaning of some of those words are, or the phrases. And they could be slang words or slang phrases that we use in the hood. But my way of using it is definitely not the way you understand it. I don't like to fixate on people and talk about their shortcomings. But however, some people feel like they are better than others. At this point in the game, everybody got shit with them. You understand me? And you're truly beautiful if you can laugh through all of this shit that everybody's living with. Whether it's fear, anxiety, pain, illness, struggle, love, or lack thereof, couples relationships, couple bullshit. Everybody's dealing with something. And it's getting ready to rain, so I was getting ready to take it in. But I think you got my memo. I think you did. It's time to stop playing games with me, baby, because I'm ready to wrap this shit up. I'm so ready to wrap this shit up. You people thought I had absolutely nobody in my corner. She's washed up. She'll never know. We can use her name. We can use her fame. We can use everything she has worked hard. Her dumb ass won't know. She's doing this for God. She don't know nothing about no money. She don't care nothing about no money. And I don't. What I care about is my sincerity and my integrity. What I care about is my hard work. What I care about is the people that I serve, that you won't dare be able to mimic the way that I treat the clients that I have, the people that I have served, that I feed. You couldn't dare on your best drape day serve the public like I do. Why? Because it's not naturally in you. You can't force feed this kind of shit. This is real what I do. Some of you guys and women would never actually get it out the mud like I do for these babies and women every day. You be like, I got to do what? As a CEO? As a CEO, nigga, you got to do it all. Every motherfucking thing. That don't just mean sitting nowhere in a motherfucking air-conditioned building and meet till you can't meet no fucking more. Not now. You have to go outside the box, or at least be able to call somebody who could think out the box, because everybody getting fucked up right now. With all this hacking and all this stuff, I still see you, sir. I see you. I see a television. I see all these signs. I see it. So if I see it, guess who else see it? You can follow this phone, but you can't follow this ass. And you can't stop her. Like I said, right now my whole body is on defending my work. And I was told to scream and scream loud. I've started screaming. It's not loud yet. Because that's a whole lot of fire that's going to take a while to put out if I scream loud. And I don't want that. I just want everybody to stay strapped right now. And I want you to understand that this beautiful woman right here, I don't need a motherfucking title. I'm the shit regardless. Survey says I am. Over and over and over. I was actually barefoot last Thursday out in the storm. Still running in and out of hotels. Passing out food. And it felt good. So how could you? How could you fabricate my work? How could you be better than I am at my job? I don't see nobody auditioning to run out here in the rain, and it's raining right now. How could you? How? How does that work? How does that start? Because I could have used you years ago, and we could have got a whole lot of shit done together. But nobody wants to do anything together. You want to do your bullshit behind closed. But I don't do bullshit, so it's okay. Do that shit, my nigga. Do it. But it's done. I see you. I ain't interested in shit you got. One.